Hello, hello, friends. We are going to start our live over there as well. Hello, hello, friends. Welcome to episode 63. And you will just excuse us, please, for being tardy. Oh, it's been interesting figuring out all of our new electronic devices here and find a system that works. But here we are. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on Instagram. And this is episode 63 of Storytime Yoga. I'm trying to move in a position where everyone can see me. All right, friends, episode 63 of Storytime Yoga. And today we are finishing off Penny and her marble. Hopefully everybody can see it there. There's for our Instagram friends, and there's for our friends over on Facebook and YouTube. All right, friends. So I believe it was Monday. We read chapters 1 and 2 of Penny and her marble, and we are reading chapters 3 and 4 today. I'm just going over to our comments here. Robert Moore has joined us over on our watch party. Welcome, welcome. We'll invite some more friends on to watch. Oh, goodness. Lots of friends on today. All right. As always, my friends, you will find the links to purchase this wonderful book, Penny and Her Marble, in the comments below if you're on YouTube, and you'll find it in the description, in the description on YouTube, in the comments below if you're on Facebook. I'm going to put that into the comments right now. If you'd like to follow along with this book later and purchase this book for yourself and watch the replay later, then you can do so with these links. As always, friends, as well, if you love the leggings that I am wearing today, that Miss Mel is wearing today, and if you love the leggings that Avery is going to be wearing when she is back with us, then you can follow the link to Zyia Activewear. Storytime Yoga is now being sponsored by Lindsay Costello, executive of Zyia Activewear. So if you love everything that we're wearing, then you can follow that link to Zyia Activewear and purchase off of that lovely, lovely site. I am going to post that in there right now in the comments. There it is for you, friends. All right, now that that's out of the way, Michael is hi. He says, he's here. He says, hi, have a nice class. Thank you, Michael. We didn't lose you in all the comments there. All right, friends, please do comment if you're here so that we can give you a shout out. And if you're joining us, if your parents joining us with your little kiddies at home, please do join in and have a family yoga class. This is a wonderful chance to get some movement in together as a family. All right, friends, we are going to get started. Remembering I am Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga. I'm going to step back to my mat and begin class. I invite you all to step to your mats, your blankets, or your piece of floors, and coming to a seated position, either in crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose, to begin our class. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Good job, my friends. All right. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, friends, we will get our breathing ball here. And if you're joining us for the first time, my friends, when we breathe in all of that air and make our belly full like a balloon, we bring that ball right out. And as we make that ball small, we breathe out that air just like we're deflating a balloon. So sitting up nice and straight and tall, we're going to do our first round breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. Good job, my friends. Now remembering, friends, that we're breathing in through our nose and out through our nose or our mouth, and we're keeping those shoulders at neutral position. We're not hunching up like this as we breathe. All right, friends, we're going to do one more round. And you know what? If you don't have this ball at home, you can move your fingers, move your hands like this, and pretend that you have a ball with us. All right, breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. Good job, my friends. Now I invite you all to stay on your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor while I come forward to begin our book, Penny and Her Marble. All right, friends. Oh, Bubby is here. She says #live. Who else has joined us? Amy Bingham has joined us. Astrida has joined us. Welcome, welcome, friends. All right. Lots of friends on today to join us for Storytime Yoga. All right. Penny and her marble. And we are reading chapter 3 and 4 today. So I will remind you, friends, what happened in chapter 1 and 2 when we were last here together. So Penny was walking her dolly Rose. I'll show you a picture. There's a photo. Penny was walking her dolly Rose. And when she went past her neighbor's house, she found a marble on her neighbor's lawn. And she loved that marble so much. And then she saw her neighbor outside on the lawn. And she thought that maybe she shouldn't have taken the marble. I'll move over this way for our friends on Instagram. She thought that maybe she shouldn't have taken the marble, and she was worried. So she hid the marble in a drawer. All right, chapter 3, my friends. And here's our friend Penny with her mother. Do you want to bake cookies? Asked Mama. Penny shrugged. We could make your favorites, said Mama. Sugar cookies. I'll watch you, said Penny. And there's Miss Penny. I'm going to show our friends on Instagram. She is on the sofa and she is looking outside at a beautiful, beautiful tree right here. So we are going to start our class off with tree pose, my friends. Coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, we're going to stand up nice and straight and tall. We're going to lift up one leg and get our balance. Doesn't matter which side. And if balance is an issue, we're going to tripod right here. Otherwise, we're going to bring that foot above or below our knee. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. And when we have our balance, we can bring those big tree branches out and we can sway in the wind if we like. Just be careful of furniture around you, my friends, because sometimes this can make us fall, and that's okay. It's fun to fall sometimes too. All right, friends, we're going to switch legs, picking up the other leg, getting your balance, tripoding here if you need to. Otherwise, bring that foot up above or below your knee, getting your balance. Right here, hands to heart center, and bringing those big tree branches out, my friends. Can you sway in the wind? Can you see Penny looking out the window, friends? Can you see her on her sofa in her house? Looking out the window, pretend you're a big tree on her street. Good job, my friends. All right, coming back to our book. Rizwan has joined us. Welcome, Rizwan. We'll just check our comments there quick. Penny's mom says, are you feeling okay? My stomach hurts a little, said Penny. Let's see. Let's just make sure we're in the picture for everybody. All right. My stomach hurts a little, said Penny. Mama felt Penny's forehead. No fever, said Mama. Penny watched Mama bake cookies. Penny helped a little. All right. So there's the photos for our Instagram friends. And here's Penny up here with a bowl and a spoon helping Mama mix. There she is up there with a bowl and a spoon helping Mama mix. So we are going to mix and stir just like Penny did and help Mama. All right, friends, we are going to do both pose. So coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, we're going to sit on our bum with our legs bent in front of us, and we're just going to roll just a little bit back. That's called our sacrum. Just roll back on your bum there, and we're going to lift our arms and our legs just like this. This is boat pose. You're going to keep those legs bent because we need a big pot. This is our big bowl right here. This is our big bowl that we need, and now I want you to use your hand and stir. Stir the cookies, holding those legs up. You're going to feel this in your tummy, friends. You're going to start to shake. It's okay if you fall back too. Just stir, stir, stir those cookies. Help Mommy stir the cookies. Good job, my friends. Good job. All right. At dinner, let's get that into focus there. All right. At dinner, Penny did not eat much. The oranges in the bowl looked like big orange marbles. The peas on her plate looked like little green marbles. Penny pushed the peas around her plate. I am not hungry, she said. Penny did not want a sugar cookie for dessert. All right. So she had made cookies and her appetite, she felt so upset about this marble that she couldn't even eat a cookie for dessert. So let's be Penny. Let's sit with Penny at the table with her peas and her sugar cookies. Coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, we're going to pretend that that chair at the table is right behind us. We're going to lift our arms and sit back into that imaginary chair. Miss Mel might sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, sit back into that imaginary chair and bring your hands down. And are we going to eat our peas? Miss Mel likes peas. I'm going to eat my peas. Are you going to eat your peas or are you going to play with your peas like Penny? Remembering we can be up here or we can be way down here. Whatever's comfortable, friends. Bend your knees where it's comfortable. And let's eat those peas. Who else likes peas? They're my favorite. I don't know, maybe if it was like cauliflower, I might not eat it. But I like peas. All right, good job, friends. Comment if you're just joining in. Tamsin has joined us. Welcome, welcome. Comment if you're just joining in, friends, so that we can say hello to you. We've got cameras in different places here, friends. All right, at bedtime, Mama said, you still do not have a fever. Papa said, you will feel better in the morning. It's probably just a bug, said Penny. Are you worried about something? Asked Mama. No, said Penny. Are you sure? Asked Papa. Penny nodded. There she is, in her bed, with Mama and Papa asking her questions. After Mama and Papa left her room, Penny looked at the marble. It was still so blue and so smooth and so shiny. Penny put the marble back in her dresser. Penny could not sleep. She kept thinking about the marble. There's poor Penny, lying in her bed thinking about that marble. When Penny did fall asleep, she dreamed. She dreamed that Mrs. Goodwin was knocking on the door, yelling, "Where is my marble?" Then Penny dreamed that the marble grew so big it broke her dresser to bits. Finally, Penny stopped dreaming. She slept deeply until morning. Look at this big, giant marble, friends, that grew so big it broke her dresser to bits. We're going to be that big, giant marble, friends, breaking Penny's dresser. Coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, we're going to sit down with our knees bent, and we're actually going to go onto our backs, friends, with those knees bent. So coming onto your back with those knees bent, we're going to do rock and roll, like a big, giant marble rolling. So you can hold your legs at the front or you can hold them underneath your knees here. And we're going to rock and roll. Using those belly muscles, coming up, friends. Rock and roll like a big, giant marble, rolling inside of Penny's dresser and breaking the big drawer open. Show me your big rock and rolls, friends. I want to see them. All right, good job, friends. Buenaventura has joined us. Welcome. All right, chapter 4. When Penny woke up, she had forgotten about the marble. All of a sudden, she remembered. Oh, there's Miss Penny remembering the marble. Penny got dressed quickly. She got the marble and put it in her pocket. Penny looked for Mama. Let's get that in the right spot for you guys. All right, there you go. Mama, said Penny, may I take Rose for a walk before breakfast? Penny is so polite, isn't she? Are you feeling better today? Asked Mama. Penny nodded. Okay, said Mama, just to Mrs. Goodwin's and back. All right, so there's Penny. She's going to take Rose for another walk today. So let's be Penny. And let's take Rose for a walk. So coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, we are going to do walking lunges. So if balance is an issue, then keep your hands on your hips just like this. I want you to walk and lunge, walk and lunge, walk and lunge. And you can walk all the way around the room that you're in. It doesn't matter. You can walk in circles, but just make sure you're walking and lunging. Now, if balance is okay, friends, hands out front. And stroll Rose to Mrs. Goodwin's house. Stroll her to Mrs. Goodwin's house. Show me your lunges. Stroll Rose along. And where's that marble? Is it safe in your pocket? Is it safe in your pocket just like Penny? All right. Good job, friends. Penny pushed Rose to Mrs. Goodwin's yard. Penny could feel the marble in her pocket. It felt as heavy as a rock. Penny bent down. She put the marble back where she had found it. Let's go home, Rose, said Penny. Hurry. All right. There she is. And she's putting it down quick, and she is running home with Penny. So come into your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. Are you ready, friends? You ready? All right, we're going to go into a squat, and we're going to place the marble. Everybody in your squat, place the marble. Come back up from your squat without hands. See if you can do it without hands. Let's try one more time. Without hands, come down into a squat. Place the marble. This is for your balance. Come up without hands. And now are you ready? We're going to jog in place. 1, 2, 3. I want you to run as fast as you can. Go back home. You put the marble back on Mrs. Goodwin's yard. Now get out of there because she might be mad. Good job, friends. All right. Wait, called Mrs. Goodwin. Oh no. Mrs. Goodwin came out. Penny's heart pounded. Oh, Penny, don't you want that pretty blue marble? Penny looked up at Mrs. Goodwin. Penny's cheeks were hot. She could not speak. Look at Penny. This is how she's looking up at Mrs. Goodwin. She's got one leg up off the floor. She's got an arm back. She is actually in Warrior 3 pose. So let's pretend that we're Penny looking up at Mrs. Goodwin. We're just going to put a little bit of room in between our feet. We're going to go sideways. I'm going to lift one leg. Get your balance here. And slowly we're going to put that leg behind us. And we're going to bend our body forward. Now, to keep your balance, keep your hands on your hips like this. Otherwise, you can bring them forward. You can bring one arm back like Penny had back as she was looking up at Mrs. Goodwin. She had one on her chin. She was like, what are you talking about, Mrs. Goodwin? All right, we're going to go to the other side. Bringing that leg up to get your balance. Bringing it back. Hands on your hips to keep your balance. All right, friends, and looking up at Mrs. Goodwin, you can put your hand on your chin. Looking up at Mrs. Goodwin. All right, friends. Mrs. Goodwin said, I found the marble yesterday. It was in the back of my kitchen drawer. I thought someone would love it. That is why I put it on the grass by the sidewalk. I hoped someone would walk by it and see it, she said. I did see it, said Penny, but I thought it was yours. So I put it back. All right. So Penny is actually here in Warrior pose, Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 pose. You there, friends? All right. So we're going to come to our mat or blanket or our piece of floor, and we are going to do the same thing. All right, so we're going to spread our legs apart. We're going to give ourselves lots of distance. I'm going to go that way first. So I'm going to point those toes that way. I'm going to bring these toes in, and I'm going to bend this front knee. Now, I just want to make sure there's enough room in between my legs to have that knee over my ankle. All right, friends, so the first thing I'm going to do is put my arms up this way. But I'm going to cycle over this way with my arms, and this is how Penny is. She's got her arms this way, and she's talking to Mrs. Goodwin about the marble. Good job, friends. So we're going to keep our feet where they are, keep those wide legs, and all I'm going to do is move the direction of my feet. I'm going to point those ones that way, and these toes in a little bit, and I'm going to put those arms up, and I'm going to bend that knee, making sure that knee is over my ankle, and now I'm going to cycle my arms this way. This is Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. One is this way, and one is this way. All right, and this is what Penny is doing. She's in this one, looking up at Mrs. Goodwin. Good job, my friends. Sarah is watching. Welcome, Sarah. Mrs. Goodwin picked up the marble. She put the marble in Penny's hand. And now it's yours, said Mrs. Goodwin. Thank you, said Penny. Thank you very much. Penny rolled the marble between her fingers. It seemed even more shiny and smooth and blue than before. Have a good day, said Mrs. Goodwin. I will, said Penny. I will. Look at this. And do you see Mrs. Goodwin bending over to put that marble back in the grass? Mrs. Goodwin is doing a standing forward bend. So we're going to pretend that we are Mrs. Goodwin putting that marble back in the grass. Come into your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. We're going to put a little bit of distance in between our feet there, just a little bit, so that we're at shoulder width. Okay, and we're going to raise our arms right up to the ceiling. We're going to look up to the ceiling. We're going to get this big, good stretch across the front, right down our front, right from here all the way down to our waist. Good job, friends. And we're going to come forward into a forward bend. We're going to keep our back straight. All right, friends. And if we need to, we're going to bend our knees in order to reach the ground. That's what Mrs. Goodwin is doing because we don't want to hurt our back. So back is straight, bent knees if we need to put that marble on the ground. Then we can straighten our knees and keep that straight back in our forward bend. Good job, my friends. Good job. Oh, Kim is here. Kim Bubnick is here with Emily, I believe. Welcome, welcome. She says hello. Penny pushed Rose home. Penny pretended they were in a boat on the sea. The sea is the same color as my marble, said Penny. Penny pushed faster. This boat ride is making me hungry, Rose, said Penny. Let's go inside and have the biggest and best breakfast ever. Oh my goodness, poor Penny did all that before breakfast. She must be starving. All right, friends, I'm going to show you the boat here, the sailboat here. And when we see sailboats, we see triangle sails. See, my friends, triangle sails. So we are going to come to our mat, our blanket, or our piece of floor, and we're going to do triangle pose, my friends. All right, I want those same big wide legs that you had for warrior pose, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go that way first. So I'm going to point those toes that way and bring these ones in a little bit. And I'm going to do the same arms up, but I'm going to keep this leg straight. I'm not going to have any bent knees for triangle pose, okay, friends? I'm going to go right from my waist for triangle pose. So we'll sing I'm a little teapot. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle and here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout, tip me over and pour me out. So you'll see I just tipped at my waist. I don't need to touch the floor, friends. So we don't need to come forward to touch the floor. Grab our leg wherever we bend to. We should feel this stretch all down our side here. All right, good job, friends. Strong, straight legs. And if my shoulder is back, I can bring my hand up like this. If not, my hand stays here on my waist. All right, we're going to come up, friends. We're going to keep our feet where they are. We're going to just turn our feet. So these ones are going to point that way, and now these ones are going to point in because that's the way I'm going to go. All right, remembering our teapot, friends, our arms are up. I have a handle and I have a spout, and I'm going to tip. Good job, my friends. I'm going to tip and just grab my leg where it is. I'm tipping right from my waist here. And if this shoulder is back, I can raise my arm up here. If it's not, I'm going to keep here on my waist, friends. I'm going to feel this in between my legs. If it's stiff there, I'm keeping two strong legs, and I'm going to feel this stretch all the way down my side there. Good job, my friends. Good boats. Good little boats. All right. Okay, so Penny was going home for breakfast, and it said, and they did. Look at that, Penny sitting at her table, at Mama's table, and it looks like oranges and pancakes, and I'm not sure what that is. It might be the sugar cookies that they made the night before, or little donuts, breakfast donuts. I'm not sure what that is. But what a wonderful, wonderful story. And we've learned so many lessons in that story. We're going to talk about those lessons in relaxation, friends. It is time to lay down in relaxation. So coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, friends, we are going to lay down in Mrs. Goodwin's grass. Pretend that you're in that wonderful gushy grass, and you have permission to lay there. Don't worry about that. If you're laying down, then your arms in front of you with your palms facing up. If you're sitting in crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose, then your hands are in your lap with your palms facing up. Closing your eyes if you can, friends, if it feels comfortable to do so. It's time to slow down and relax. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your chest and your waist. Relaxing your arms and your hands. Just take up a big mound of that grass in your hands, squinch those hands together and then let them go. Palms facing up. Relaxing your legs and your feet. Letting your feet just drop off to the side if you're laying down. If you're sitting, checking your bum muscles, making sure you're not holding any tension in your bum. Just let your whole body drop into the ground. Good job, my friends. And slowly and silently inside your head, I want you to repeat to yourself, I am healthy. I am a good friend. I am an observer. And we're going to talk about what that means. Just like Penny in the story, friends. She picked up the marble and then she observed, she saw Mrs. Goodwin out on her lawn. She was worried that maybe she took Mrs. Goodwin's marble. And she learned from Mrs. Goodwin that she only needed to ask to find out. She was a good friend by returning with the marble. And she learned a good lesson that she only needed to ask Mrs. Goodwin if she wanted the marble. And in asking and in having that conversation, returning in that having that conversation, what happened for Penny? She got to keep the marble. And she didn't have to worry anymore. She was worried. She couldn't sleep over worry about the marble. But she had that conversation with Mrs. Goodwin, and she no longer had to worry. So we can always know inside of ourselves that if we ever wonder or second guess a decision that we've made, we can have a conversation. We don't have to sit and worry. We can ask. We have that choice. So what do you think it feels like? What do you think it felt like for Penny to have that conversation with Mrs. Goodwin and to be able to keep the marble? I want you to take that feeling and keep it deep inside your heart and keep the thought, keep the knowing inside of your head that you have the choice to have that conversation. Good job, my friends. I want you to keep that deep inside your heart and your head. And slowly, slowly, when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, if you're lying down, roll to one side, bringing your knees into your chest. If you're sitting, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Good job, my friends. And when you're ready, opening up your eyes and coming to join me on my mat. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, friends. In crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose. Bringing hands to heart center. Good job, my friends. And we'll end class with namaste. I feel good in every way. The goodness in me sees the goodness in all of you. Good job, my friends. Thank you for joining us for episode 63 of Storytime Yoga, where today we read the last 2 chapters of Penny and her marble. There it is, friends. It is backwards for our Instagram friends, but there it is forwards for all of our friends on YouTube and Facebook. All right, friends, remembering that you can purchase your own copy of this book by following the links in the comments or the description, depending on where you are, where you're watching. And also remembering, friends, that we are now sponsored by Zyia Activewear. So if you are loving the leggings that I am wearing and that Avery will eventually be wearing too, then you can go to the link that's provided there to purchase Zyia Activewear. They also have men's clothing. They have children's, women's, and men's clothing. Kim says goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us, Kim. It was a joy to see you back again. We will say hello and goodbye to Kalina and Robert over there. They had joined us at some point as well. Wishing you a wonderful weekend, my friends, and we will see you back here again for episode 64 very soon. Goodbye, my friends.